Kool TV proudly presents Kentucky Christian University Soccer as the Kool Hits Sports Network brings you coverage of the KCU Knights live from Grayson, Kentucky. Now let's head to the pitch for the pregame show and KCU Soccer live on Kool TV.
Welcome to the campus of Kentucky Christian University on a Saturday afternoon, on a very chilly Saturday afternoon. Per the Apple Watch, it says 60 degrees, but the wind is blowing from left to right in a steady breeze, and I guarantee you that wind chill feels more like 50. Upike has made the trip up 23, hit 64, and has made their way here to Grayson. And KCU coming off a very close loss to again on, I believe it was on Thursday. So a game that we'll just be honest, KCU just did not play well in that game. They, hopefully right the ship today. And it's just, sometimes you just don't play well. It's just one of those things. So that's why we play the game. Sunny skies. It is partly cloudy. There is some big, heavy clouds in the air, but most of the time today and the whole time we've been here, Jeff, it's been sunny the entire time. So still about 6 minutes left here as both teams are finishing up, warming up on the field. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the keys here on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back out here on Kool TV, we are on the campus of Kentucky Christian University, a.k.a. God's Country. And, of course, to my left is Jeff Irwin. He was at West Carter last night. They took on Bath County. West Carter cruised in that one. I was just right down the road at East Carter High School in a big district matchup. Fleming County came to town. What a great game that was. East Carter ended up getting the win late on a score with just a couple minutes left in the game. So if the trend is going to continue, I expect a good game here today. Like I said, Upike comes in.
They're 4-5-2.
4-5-2, and KCU comes in, and they defeated Appalachian Bible College just a few games ago, and of course hold a win over Alice Lloyd. Of course, you saw that game here on the Kool Hit Sports Network. Some of the keys for today, and this is something that me and James, if you watched the game on Thursday night, something that we talked a lot about is getting in offensive sets, putting your teammates in good positions to have shots at the goal. KCU played really good defense Thursday, but it seemed like they were always on defense.
Right, and that's one of those things that you have to take a look at from the very beginning. If you're always on defense, you're not getting your offense enough chance to even get a shot on goal. If you're always kind of back on your heels a little bit, that's going to be a rough game there for
right. And you got to think, the stamina's not going to be tested today nearly as much as it would be if it were 85 or 90 degrees. Something we've seen all the way up until this point. Of course, as I've spoken earlier before the first break, 60 degrees. So it'll be a cooler day. But some of the keys, like I said, for KCU, they're going to have to make the other team work defensively. They did a really poor job on Thursday of holding on to possessions. They made a couple of late runs there in the second half. They had a couple of good shots at the goal, but they just couldn't get them to go. Upike, a team that's been a little bit inconsistent so far this year. A team that has a lot of talent. Just so does KCU, but a team that when they get going, Jeff, they get going. So it's going to be a battle all day long. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll begin this match here on the campus of Kentucky Christian University on the Kool Sports Network.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back out here on Kool TV as the starting lineups were just announced. Of course, for KCU, it'll be Crawford, Heiser, Harbaugh, LaRue, Brown, Rodriguez, Rush, Cosenza, Bowling, Banks, and Altseer. And I believe for Upike, if I can find the paper here, DeMillo, and let's see, Farkas, Fields, Williams, Aguilar, Ward, and Castiello. So, Jeff, as you sit to my left, I think coming off, of course, you weren't here Thursday night, but coming off
watch a little bit of it.
Coming off the performance that KCU had Thursday night, they're not going to be happy with the way they played. I think that they start fast. I think that you may even see a 1-0 game. KCU coming out real quick. Of course, Upike, no slouch, very good. We looked at their schedule coming into today's game, and yes, they might have a losing record, but every one of their matches that they've had have been extremely close.
Yeah, they've always been within one goal or maybe 2 goals, at most on there. They've had a couple games where they were kind of shut out a little bit, but typically they've been having very close games all this season.
45 minutes go up on the scoreboard to our left. Harbaugh takes a shot straight down the field, and it's going to be controlled by Upike. KCU already a little bit more aggressive than they were on Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. They've really just kind of they weren't the aggressor, and I think that they're if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. So they're going to be a very aggressive team tonight. Upike over there in that far corner, nice crossing pass in the middle, danger zone, and it is going to be saved.
A nice job there by the goalie to come out, just fall on top of it, try to protect it, keeping from the rebound from happening there.
Not sure if that is, I believe that is Allseer. So dangerous play there. Upike got the ball deep into KCU territory early within the first minute. And, of course, we talked about the talent that this Upike team has. KCU at times this year, Jeff, has really flexed their muscles as well. So.
Remember the game we had a few weeks back and everything of where they scored right off the initial touch.
Right, and what a play that was. Harbaugh hit it from the KCU logo in midfield, and it bounced off the goalkeeper's top fingertips and went in the back of the net. So,
and that's the kind of aggression they're going to need here today. Get things in on the offensive end, keep it moving around. Don't fall back on your heels a little bit. Keep things just moving and always attacking.
And you could tell just in the body language and the way they're playing so far, the aggression has picked up. And these coaches, man, they go back and watch these tapes too, and they're going to see things that, why would we do that? What are we doing? And he's going to go after his team. A lot of people don't understand that these soccer programs practice as hard and as long as anybody in the country. So, good way to step in a passing lane there. We may have a high-scoring game here, Jeff. I can just feel it. The way the ball is traveling, and of course the wind it's moving from left to right. So all the kicks in this first half, from Upike are going to travel. Wait till we see a goal kick for Upike. We'll see where this thing lands at, because it's about, the winds are probably blowing, you get 15 to 20 miles an hour, and it's sustained.
Flags are steadily moving, and really, you're taking a look right now. KCU's goalie's probably at the disadvantage, having the wind right in his eyes.
Right.
So it's going to be an advantage later on if this wind
Through
holds
ball
up.
attempt for KCU. Harbaugh has it, shot the goal, and it's going to be saved. Thought he might hit the through ball there, but decides to take it himself. It deflects off a Pikeville player, and we still sit at 0-0.
Yeah, KCU is going to be fortunate on the second half having the Upike goalie
unless the wind changes direction, and I think James Collier can attest to that. We switched. He worked camera the first game Thursday in that doubleheader, and I worked at the second. And the wind changed directions midway through the first one, so you just hope that. As the game, I tell you, Jeff, the aggression for both these teams is high, and I tell you, this game may be decided, or this match may be decided by who has enough left in the tank with about 20 minutes left in the second half.
Yeah, if you take a look at the benches over there, you see 4 or 5 for KCU on the bench, and you see probably about 6 or 7, for Upike. So it depends on, what they've got in over there in reserves, and being able to move them in and out, keep them fresh.
We're on that far sideline, KCU, who had a lot of success in the Thursday game, not necessarily on the scoreboard, as this shot's going to sail off to the right, and it'll be a goal kick for the Knights. Had a lot of success on the far sideline of really advancing the possession down deep into enemy territory. Just never really could convert anything. Had a hard time getting crossers together. Just really could never really get. It's one of those things where you can see it, how to. It just did not happen, and sometimes that's just the way it goes.
Now, the cross is kind of your bread and butter there
It
of
is.
any soccer team, because you got to try to get that that defense moving a little bit and open up some ranges there.
KCU with a real opportunity here. Costenza has it over in this left far corner, near corner. KCU. And the pass was intended for Harbaugh, just sails just a little bit. Now working in the middle. Heavy contact stolen away by Pikeville. Aguilera gives it off. Gives it back to, of course, we don't have a number 30 for Upike. I believe that is Glacken. I had to pull that off the website, but the actual roster we were handed, he's not listed on there. So Upike with the possession, good way to step in that passing lane. Go back and forth. Neither team's really gained any type of momentum so far, Jeff. I know it's early, but almost always you can tell who's going to win the match within the first 10 minutes. And this match doesn't have an identity. We're in the left corner. Heavy contact again.
Yeah, just a couple shots on goals, for each team.
Right.
Pretty balanced out.
And it's not been anything that's been super threatening.
Right. A lot of people in a lot of sports, especially when you have a time sport like this, you look at football, basketball, a lot of people look at the time of possession.
Right.
And that's something, same thing in soccer. Whoever usually controls the ball the most
right.
Is going to be the major aggressor, and usually comes out on top.
That is a stat that is so underestimated in every sport, is the time of possession. And unless you're just scoring as soon as you get it, like you said, the team that most likely is going to win the possession battle is going to end up being your winner. So really good kick. It's going to be ran down by KCU Knight over the net corner.
Yeah, it's a good job by Upike trying to keep on sides, because you can't advance the ball.
Right.
You can't get in front of all the defense and then get a pass down that way.
Banks was over there, and now he's going to hand it off to Heiser, who's going to throw this one in, trying to get it to Harbaugh. Are we here on the near sideline? Ball's booted straight up in the air, controlled by Pikeville. Either team really, like we said, gained any momentum so far, and Upike with a chance here for a potential crosser. Over in that far corner, now trying to work their way back in. Crosser, and it's just going to slide off a Upike player, and it should go back to KCU for a goal kick. Now this one, we'll see. It's the first goal kick, I believe, that maybe second. Be interesting to see how far this ball goes and how much the wind is affecting it, because it's blowing right in his face. And then you see those flags. Oh, it just died before it even got to midfield.
It caught that wind, and you could just see
did.
it spinning
yeah,
right there.
It died. That was pretty insane to watch that. You thought, off his foot, I thought, well, this is going to be a good kick. And I'll tell you, that wind grabbed a hold of it. It just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, second goal kick on the evening for KCU. The first one was just a little pass right off to the side. That was like the first official one taking it downfield.
Like we said in the pregame, 20 to 25 mile an hour winds sustained right now. KCU with a chance in deep. Good defense there by Banks.
I think he lost a shoe on that one.
Yeah. Over in that far corner. Brown.
It's a good job. He just sat right down on the ball, and I think that his foot just slipped right out of his shoe and was able to get that one back on his foot.
Now it looks like Upike's going to back this thing up and kind of reset. They got to be careful here. If the ball got stolen away, I'm telling you, they got to be real careful here. Whoo!
That was close.
It's Upike's has two players collide there, a goalie and I believe that was number 4, Barrigan, and that was very close, very, very close. And now Upike with a real opportunity here, and it's going to be 1-0 Bears.
Take a look at that again here on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Just nice little tap pass right over on the side, and just caught the goalie just off his, just off balance there. Goalie thought he was going to take it in a little bit deeper, but wasn't able to get that one in there, and so that's going to be 1-0 there for Upike here on top.
Like Jeff said, 1-0 now, 35-34 mark. KCU with the possession over here on that near sideline. And that's how majority of the goals that we've seen here in NAIA, and it's probably like that in all levels, but, we only cover NAIA and the high school level. But the majority of goals that we see at the college level are usually when the goalie is out of position.
Right.
And he's either way outside the box, he's either too far left or too far right, and it seems like the majority of the goals that we've seen here, like we said, are when he is out of position, and Jeff, that was no different.
And it was tough. He was trying to make a defensive play.
Right,
and
he gets caught in between. It's no man's land because you're trying to come up and get the ball so you can get it to one of your teammates, but you also are trying to guard the goal, so once that ball gets past you, there's no one behind you.
Right.
So you're in trouble. 1-0 Upike leads. 34-33 left here in the first half. We're just underway. We want to thank Kentucky Christian and thank you for joining us here this afternoon, Saturday afternoon, as the temperature has dropped a degree, Jeff. Now it is 59 degrees, and
fall has definitely arrived here in Kentucky.
Yeah, and when I got up this morning, and it's one of those things where you don't really believe that fall's here until you wake up in the morning and you let the dog out.
Right.
So when you let the dog out in the morning, fall and Halloween and candy and pots of chili and pumpkin spice hit you right in the face this morning.
That shot just over top the crossbar there, and so that should be a goal kick.
And he probably barely even hit it, the way the wind's blowing. So, yes, goal kick. Let's see. Interesting. Let's see if he actually tries to kick this one deep again, because it only reached about between the 40 and 45 yard line. He's going to boot this one away. This is a line drive kick, controlled by the Knights, stolen away by the Bears. In the middle of the field, working. He doesn't have the numbers. KCU trying to steal it away. Over in that corner looking for a crosser. And this one's going to be booted. This one is way over top of the goal. So another goal kick for the Knights.
Of course, you got to think golf's still going around here. I know they were finishing up for the high school level golf state tournament here. You got to imagine the winds today not in their favor.
I tell you, that would be a time where I bet that tournament will take longer than normal because you're going to have players that are going to sit and try to wait for the wind to kind of die down before they decide to shoot, and I don't blame them. Dangerous situation down here for KCU. They need to try to get it out of there. In the middle of the field. Good passing there. Really good passing there. Being patient. KCU with a real opportunity here. A real opportunity. Shot to goal. It just slides off to the left.
That was a great shot on goal.
It looked good the whole way.
Take a look at that on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay there. Of course, Upike did a great job on getting their defense back. They had 4 back on it.
They did. They just got outran. I mean, KCU just outran them there to the goal and just a little bit off to the left, and can't blame the wind on that one. Harbaugh pressuring. And that was close. That was close. We would have seen another goal where the goalie was out of position. KCU with the possession. It could very well be 1-1. It was that close. So, of course, for those of you that are not familiar with our area, Kentucky Christian sits in Grayson, Kentucky, and University of Pikeville, Upike, is in Pikeville, Kentucky. So
a little bit down more in the foothills,
right,
near the mountains.
It's about a 2-hour drive from here. Pretty little city. Upike's got a great campus, a really good medical program down there, Jeff. A school that, of course, our good friend and our coworker James Collier knows a lot about Upike Bears. So.
Exactly. I think he's down there today, if I'm not mistaken.
He might be. He's everywhere. He's always somewhere. He just needs to rent an apartment down there in Pikeville.
Of course, Upike also one of the first collegiate esports teams here in the area.
Yeah, and a sport that continues to grow. And I call it a sport because it is. It is a sport, and it's the future. So either you're with it or you're not. And it won't be long before every college has one.
Yeah, because if you look, probably the 2 biggest schools around here for that kind of materials, Upike and probably Shawnee across the river.
It is, and you talk about Ohio Southern. I'm surprised that they don't. They may have one. I shouldn't say that they don't, but they may have one, especially with how great their media program has been over there for many, many years. Another shot to goal.
Oh, good save there by the goalie.
Really good shot there. I believe that was number 10, Rodriguez, who just turns around and launched that one straight at the goal. As we see that on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay.
Just does a quick little turnaround.
I tell you, that was a really good shot.
It was just one bounce.
Yeah, and you can tell whether it's good or not without looking, because people will start going, and then if it misses, everybody in the stands here below us stomps and you can feel it.
Exactly.
Another shot. That was Rodriguez again.
Nice hands by the goalie there once again.
So KCU, Jeff's had some good looks at the goal, just hadn't been able to find the back of the net yet. 1-0, 29 minutes, 17 seconds remain here in the first half on I shouldn't say beautiful. It's one of those weird days. And I always, me and James talked about it. Some people love this weather, and I'm not against it. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's not 35 below zero like it was at Christmas last year.
Right.
It doesn't really bother me, or if it's not 165 degrees like it was for all of June and July. But it's a day that, James said it perfectly. If you don't like the weather in Eastern Kentucky, wait 5 minutes.
And it will definitely change.
It will. Like yesterday, I was high top East Carter's press box and Steve Womack Field on the campus of East Carter, and I wore a very light long sleeve shirt. Walked outside feeling, it might be long sleeve shirt weather. To the point where I had to take it off. Because, when you're up there working and stuff, you start developing a sweat. And then I'm telling you, between halftime and the third quarter, the temperature probably dropped 10 degrees. And so, obviously, it came back on. But, when we left last night, I believe the temperature was 51 degrees.
It's one of those that, of course, yesterday they were talking about rain all day, and I was afraid that
Right.
we were going to have to be cowering underneath shelters and
Yes.
everything else. But rain just happened in the morning, caused that cool front to come in, but it wasn't as cool as what they thought it was going to be.
Right.
It was still in the 70s, right about midday and everything.
I think we got a little bit more sunshine than what they originally thought, but we didn't get enough cloud cover last night. As I woke up in the house, I didn't turn the heat on. That's not just something I do, and actually the air conditioner was still on, so I keep the air on 65. So I woke up this morning at 59. So I might as well just sleep outside.
All right. Well, get you a good blanket and
Yeah, you sleep better when it's cold in your house.
It is true. Nice little crosser there by KCU trying to chase that down on the far side.
Yeah, and usually, Jeff, and something that I have noticed covering KCU this year, KCU, anytime they allow any of those crossers to bounce twice on the possession that they have, it usually is not in good favor for them. You got to get possession of the ball off that first bounce. You just have to. One way or another, you have to. Because if it bounces a second time, you're allowing the defense to get back in position. And really good passing there by Upike as it just went through the legs of two Bears, and it's going to land over in that far left corner.
Yeah, it's another situation once again.
Good slide.
Oh, great.
That's Banks over there. This is going to be knocked out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for the Knights.
Had the double slide there, picked up one, and then took it right back over again. Yeah, that was another situation. Upike trying to keep onsides.
Right. And that's something, I keep saying this, but that's something that me and James said earlier. At this level, the college level, collegiate soccer, these guys know if they're offsides or not.
Right.
Most always, you'll never see them argue a call, so you'll see them actually show restraint to keep onsides. Occasionally you'll see a team that's very offsides, and I think it's more or less to see what the official's going to call.
Right.
Because if they don't call it, then, and you score a goal, you're going to take it.
You got to think, soccer's a whole lot like a chess match. It's, you are attacking, but sometimes even if you're retreating, you're attacking. And also, you got to work out that third team there on the field as well, which is the officials.
Right. And like you said it perfectly. Even when you're retreating, sometimes you're attacking. It's a strategy. So Harbaugh has it in the middle of the field. KCU has a couple of really good dribblers on this team. A nice through ball attempt. It's just going to go just a little too far, and can't really blame that on the wind. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for KCU. We got an injured Upike Bear.
Might have got the wind knocked out of him there.
Yeah, and you hope that's all it is. While they tend to him, we'll take a break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
Back out here on the Cool Hit Sports Network, the injured Bear was Ward, who walked off under his own power, but was in, Jeff, and you watched it too, was in considerable pain, so we sure hope he's going to be okay. And it looked like he was favoring his left side.
Yeah, it's tough to tell if it's got a little bit of a stinger or just a little shot there on the side. Or
throw in for KCU, and you hope it's just a product of the cooler temperatures that we see today and not something more serious. Harbaugh has it. He's immediately double teamed, splits defenders, tries to get it back in the middle of the field. There's heavy contact, and they're going to get a foul. So foul on Upike.
This will be a good opportunity here for KCU.
Interesting to see what they do here. They're just going to give it to Harbaugh. He's going to take a shot at the goal, and it's going to be saved. Just didn't get a full foot on that one. Just, obviously not what he wanted there. It was a slow roller to the goal, and you're seeing the pressure pick up just a little bit for KCU. And I think when you pressure a little bit more than what you normally do, I think it presents opportunities, not necessarily shots at the goal, but confusion for your opponent, is because they have to make these split-second decisions, and sometimes they make the wrong decision, and it sets you up for easy goals. On the flip side, you make the wrong decision, and it gives them easy goals. So it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, it depends on if they get back in enough time,
right.
Or as we were talking about the goalkeepers, kind of being out of position and everything. They got to make that decision in a split second. It's like, do I come out and pressure the ball, or do I go back and guard the goal and then just rely on either my stretch out ability or my hands or, a kick save to try to get things done.
Upike with the possession here. Good possession, good passing, shot the goal, and it's bobbled around for a minute, and it's saved.
That was good hands right there by the goalkeeper. Had he not got that paw on that one would have been in the back of the goal there for Upike.
So I think he's just going to boot this one away. He will, and it's a good kick. Lands just on the other side of midfield. Controlled by Upike. Pressured immediately by KCU's defense. And you see, that's a product of the pressure right there. As KCU had a chance for a steal, now Upike with a chance for a crosser. And good job setting in that passing lane. He really didn't step into it. He kind of just stood his ground, and nowhere to go there for Upike, and it'll be a throw in for the Bears.
Yeah, it's one of those things that when you're getting on the cross on that, you're expecting people to kind of flow down with the rest of the offense. But good job by KCU there. Number 8 holding his ground there.
Good job there by number 6, LaRue, just knocking that one out of bounds. As kind of got in the danger zone there. So it's going to be a throw in for the Bears. Definitely do not want this game to go to 2-0 if you're KCU. Crosser, no one's home. No one's able to stop it for KCU either, though. And finally, it's knocked out of bounds, and it should remain with Upike.
That's kind of a wicked little move there by number 13 of Upike. He did kind of almost a sweep. Trying to get that one past the KCU defense, but they were able to get right in front of that one.
And your Upike's kind of, they're very comfortable right now, by the way, with the way the game's been going. But you're kind of getting back to the way that you saw Thursday night, where you are just sitting and playing defense deep in your own territory and not really having a whole lot of offense. So I think sometimes, Jeff, and you can talk a little bit about this, sometimes your best defense is your offense.
Exactly, because just as Mr. Miyagi says, the best defenses don't be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, if you don't have to be on defense, and if you're keeping it on the offense, that is where you have that's your best defense, is a good offense and keeping it out of the deep zone for you.
Really good dribbling down over in that far corner, shot the goal and saved. What a save. Good sequence there for Upike, as they really were patient, took the ball out the midfield and worked their way back on that far sideline. KCU's defense rises to the occasion again. This one's going to be booted away, and it's a good one. It's going to land back into Bears territory. You got to come up with this possession. You can't allow Upike to have the possession for another 3 or 4 minutes here.
Yeah, that's one thing, right now, Pikeville doing a great job of keeping it on their offensive end. Typically, if you can kind of keep the play right in the middle third of the field, it's not too bad. But when you get in on the third of the field, on your offensive end, and you can keep it there for an extended period of time, goals are going to come from that.
Right, and we just saw a very intense sequence there where a KCU player actually hit the dirt, and I tell you, hitting the deck when it's 50 degrees is a lot different than hitting it when it's 90.
Especially on these artificial turf fields and
Yeah.
everything. They will warm up a little bit more than what typically grass would.
Right.
But you still hit it. There's concrete underneath there.
Well, the thing is the turf field, and it's been a long debate throughout the country as far as it's safer than grass. And here's how it is: does it have as much give as grass as far as knees? No. Is it softer than grass? Yes. I remember walking on Marshall's field up in Huntington. As soon as remember, Marshall used to have that very light green AstroTurf, and it was about like walking on the pavement. Shot to goal, it's going to go way over the top, and out of bounds will be a goal kick for Upike. They used to have this AstroTurf that was like very light green, and like I said, it was like walking on that pavement down there. Since then, they've got a really good sequence of padding underneath these turf football fields. And not only that, but of course, they put down those rubber pellets.
Right.
And they didn't used to do that. It was almost like a carpet.
It was. It'd be like, what you get for your patio or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's really made its way. And you've seen an evolution of turf, and it continues to get safer and safer. I'm not really sure how what you do about the knee situation, but one thing that is fortunate is I think that over the last 3 or 4 years especially, you're not seeing as much problems with knees and legs as you did maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Right. One thing, plus you got to think too, cleat, usage and
absolutely.
Makes a big difference because, if you're digging into the dirt, a lot of times you'd have to make those decisions.
You want grip, but you don't want locked in.
Right.
You want some give off your cleat, and truthfully, this is just me, if I was playing on a turf field, you would never catch me in spikes. I'd be in that all rubber cleat.
Right. And I'm sure that's what most of these players, if you kind of take a look at them, that's what they do. They're completely flat bottom. Maybe, got some different grip, type material, just kind of like a tennis shoe or something there.
Right.
And that's where sometimes you may see a little bit of slippage and everything, but, not too much on the turf nowadays.
No. Upike with the possession here. Being very patient. KCU really not pressuring like they were earlier in the game.
Well, Upike's, content right now. They got a 1-goal lead.
Right.
They've got that little bit of insurance to where they can kind of say, all right, let's take our time a little bit.
Yeah, and you got to think it's kind of a rest. Harbaugh with it. And it's knocked away. And now it's controlled by KCU. Harbaugh, a chance here.
Got a little bit of a push off
it was
on the side.
I didn't see enough contact there for a foul or a whistle. So it should be a throw in here for KCU. I believe that is Hughes.
It was just a nudge enough for him to get off stride.
Soccer is a physical sport. I think that a lot of people don't understand that. You cannot be soft and play soccer. You got to be tough. It's a tough sport. You get elbowed. You get kicked in the shin. You get, I'm sure they have they match the football team bruise for bruise on their body. And the physical shape that it requires to play soccer is something that, Jeff, I'll just call it what it is. Me and you will never reach.
No.
So.
I'd probably make a horrible goalie. I'd be standing there, with with my arm spanned and everything. I could get a few of them, but once they started bending those in and me having to dive, forget about that.
Unless they kicked it right to me, it's going in. Upike working that far sideline, and it's stolen away by KCU. Trying to run it down over in that far corner is Rush. Goalie way out of position here.
That would have been a key opportunity there for KCU to come in and try to, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to get that offense there. I know that, they're probably worried about the defensive end, trying to get back in enough time. But you got to take some chances out there and really throw out your offense there just a little bit to try to get the goalie off his mark.
Of course, Upike holds a couple of losses this year by only a single goal, Jeff. And you take away the single goal losses, and this team has a winning record. So, really good sequence there. A chance at the goal, and it's going to roll off to the left, and it should be. Looks like it may be a corner for Upike.
Yeah, the Upike player just a little bit slow to get up. Looks like it may be a knee on there, but walking it off.
Yeah, and I think that obviously I can't speak on that instance, but you're going to get a little bit more of the bumps and the contact's going to sting a little bit more today than what it has any of your prior games, due simply because of the temperature. The crosser attempt's going to sail way over, and it's going to be saved in bounds. Good play there over in that far corner. Near corner. And
Play that one off the official.
Yep. It should go back to the Knights. And it will.
Yeah, I think Upike there was arguing that the official being out of bounds, that it should have been either a corner shot for him or a throw in.
Not sure what happened there. We had a weird sequence there. Upike's now throwing it in. I believe Crawford threw it in, but I don't think it ever went in bounds. I'm not sure.
I think it tapped somebody and just went right back out.
Yeah.
Kind of about like what that was.
Now Hughes has it, throws it in.
Because that's always one of the toughest things, in just about any sport is, we always mention, as a former official, you've got three teams out on the field.
Right.
You got your home team, you got your visiting team, and then you got your officiating team. And a lot of times, having the officials on the playing field, it gets interesting for them. Because you never know, are they part of the field? Are they not part of the field? If it hits them, is it in? Is it out? Kind of what, and in different sports, it has different ways to that. And I think that's what that official was explaining there. It's like, hey, I'm completely out of bounds. It hit me. So
I'm no different than this fence that's over here.
Right.
So it'll be a throw in for the Bears. We've got 12:55 up on the clock left here in the first half on a partly cloudy, cooler afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and Upike leads KCU 1-0, 1-0 right now. And this will remain with the Bears. Another throw in. And Upike is in no hurry, Jeff, and they shouldn't be. They've really, for the second part of this first half, I should say, have owned the time of possession.
Yeah, it's one of those when you got that goal, there's no pressure, just yet. You got to rely on your offense just to kind of keep the ball away from the defensive end, and and then you can just burn as much time as what you need.
Crawford to throw in, and the possession is going to go back to Upike. As it ricochets off the side of the leg of Crawford. I feel like we've been having a Upike throw in right in the exact same spot for about 10 minutes now.
Yeah, they haven't been able to push it over to the other side of the field. It all started with that corner kick on the cross, and it's been probably about 20 meters as they have right there.
Really good sequence there. A chance for Upike, and it's booted away. And now it's stolen away by Upike. If you're KCU, you got to get it out of there. Dangerous. Good deflection there. KCU with the steal. They don't have the numbers, though. And I believe we're going to get an inadvertent handball on Upike. Kind of just trying to tap it and control it. A ball rolled up his leg and hit his hand.
Yeah, that happens more than what you would think out here, because you know that these players, they've probably been playing for several years. They know not to get your hands there, but sometimes you're trying to hold your balance and
right.
The ball just, like I said, inadvertently just comes up and taps your hand.
Trying to split the double team. KCU still with possession here. Harbaugh gets it ahead. Rodriguez, who has it stolen away, and he's going to get called for that pull. Kind of grab you. They're going to get him for a yellow card as he kind of grabbed the back of the jersey of a Upike Bear, and going to be whistled for that yellow card. At the 10:07 mark here in the first half. Here's the boot. A really good looking boot. No one's down there though. And I believe Harbaugh's going to come up with it. And pass just comes up a little bit short. Upike with the possession. Over on that far sideline. Looking for a crosser. This one's going to go too far and out of bounds. It should be a goal kick for KCU.
And that's where sometimes you can tell the frustration starts to set in just a little bit.
It does.
Some of the passing going on there, and you get a pass intercepted, and they start heading the other way, and not that you're being too malicious with it, but sometimes you try to get any advantage of what you can.
Absolutely, totally agree. So we get another whistle. They're at midfield, still waiting on the call from the official. And it's going to be immediately played by the Knights. I don't even believe the teammates were ready. It doesn't matter. I believe that's Rodriguez running down the middle of the field. He was ready, Jeff.
Well, sometimes that's what you have to do.
He almost took it himself all the way down the inside, and he was going to score, wasn't he?
Because especially in this, if you catch them off guard and, if you can, get beyond one or two players and, just get it between you and the goalie. That's like an ideal situation that you want to try to have.
This one goes out of bounds right in front of Crawford, who's going to throw this in for the Knights. Crawford, a 5'9" freshman from New Albany Christian Academy of Indiana. And I believe a little bit out of position to throw that one in. 8:21. Clock continues to roll. Controlled by the Knights. Crawford. This one's going to be knocked out of bounds. It should remain with the Knights. And Jeff, I say this every time we're here, but I'm going to say it again. When me and you first started doing KCU soccer this year, or in KCU athletics in general, a heavy contact there at midfield. I think both players are going to be okay. I believe that was number 24, Banks, and they're going to get a yellow card. A yellow card is going to be issued on, I believe, number 7 for Upike, Ballman. We talked about the trees are across 64 here. Of course, the field sits parallel to I-64. The trees behind the Save-A-Lot up in the hills, man, they have really started gaining their color, Jeff.
Yeah, it was one of those things that, you kind of hated to see the rain coming yesterday. Of course, rain very much needed around this area.
Right.
But sometimes, with that rain and cold, sometimes we'll get the trees just to dump their leaves instead of switch them up in color.
Right. KCU not able to control it over on the far sideline. It'll go back to Upike. We've hit the 7-minute mark. KCU still trails 1-0. And this one's going to go all the way in the corner, trying to run it down. Heavy contact there between Banks and a Upike Bear. And KCU comes down with possession. Now it's going to be stolen away again. And
tackle
heavy
there.
Contact. A really good slide tackle there by Banks. KCU with possession. Harbaugh. In the middle of the field. To Bowling. Crawford. KCU trying to get something going here. This pass is just going to be a little behind Rush, who was trying to get upfield there. It's going to be Upike possession, looking for a crosser here, running it down, crossing attempt, and Bowling's right there. Gets down there to, I believe that is Burns. Hardball. Upike possession again. He's going to boot this one on the opposite side of the field.
It's one thing you got to say that Upike's doing very well here today is just getting right in those passing lanes.
I believe we might get another yellow card, and we will. This is going to go against Banks. Unfortunately, that didn't happen inside that red box.
Oh,
because then you would have a penalty kick, and down 1 right now. You don't want to go to the half 1-0. You certainly don't want to go to the half 2-0.
And this is actually a dangerous moment anyway because it's still a free kick, and of course, they have to go back. I believe it's 10 meters, or right about 10 yards, that they have to, stay back. And I've seen several goals, across this last season just go right over top the wall and right in the back of the goal.
Right, but you got to think he's got the wind at his back, so he's really got to think about how much to put behind this ball. Because it has a tendency to sail. And this is just a little crosser attempt. Good save there. Right at the goal, and the second attempt is going to go out of the back of the net, and there'll be a goal kick for KCU. 4:24 left here in this first half. 1-0. Upike leading KCU.
I think he thought on that one, instead of going straight for the goal, he was going to try to hit his teammate coming in on the left-hand side.
Right. This one's booted away. A little too much on that one. It'll be a throw-in for the Bears. And you talk about there's about a 3-minute, and we talked about it, and me and James the last time we were out here, is there's a 3-minute. Every one of KCU's lost so far this year. You could go back on tape, and I could show you 3 minutes where they lost the match. It seems like there's that 3-minute stretch that's plagued them all season long. And if you took that 3-minute stretch out of each one of their losses, they probably have a winning record.
And here, just one goal here today.
Yeah.
Being down 1, you're nowhere near out of it at this point in time. You still got 45 minutes.
Right, and they've
left
had
to play
good
in the
looks.
second half.
They've had good looks at the goal, just haven't been able to find the back of the net so far. It's still just 1-0, 3:15 left here in the first half of a. I guess I would say that Upike has really controlled the time of possession. This one's going to be booted about 75 feet up in the air and out of bounds.
Thank goodness it didn't go to that sub.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's like we were talking about. That's a quality of the weather.
Right.
The wind. The ball just got too much air underneath it, and a ball that may have hit the back of the net during the summertime with humidity and different factors. With no humidity and the wind blowing the way it is, that's just going to go straight up in the air.
Well, and you got to think these players as well. I mean, they've been used to playing in 80, 90-degree temperatures, probably more on the deck there.
Just last week, it was 90 degrees out here. So 40-degree temperature change. Good job by Bowling stepping in that passing lane.
I know I went golfing over in Salt Lick earlier this week, and it was about 86 degrees.
What did you shoot?
I'm afraid to say, of course, first time I've played in 20 years.
No, I want to hear it.
123.
That's pretty good, Jeff, for somebody that hasn't played in 20 years.
Yeah, I've probably hit maybe 100 ball, maybe 140 balls on the range.
I thought you were going to say 160.
No, I was kind of surprised. I got a couple pars.
Yeah.
Brand new course that I played. I said, unfortunately, I've shut down every golf course that I've ever played at. So carrying the greens.
Played Irish Springs, like Jim Forrest says.
But no, that was afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. I hit up the Irish Springs after that.
It's easy to mix them up. Of course, I'm alluding to earlier this month or last month, we went to Irish Hills Golf Course in downtown Mount Sterling, a beautiful course, beautiful place to be. That outdoor patio, how nice was that? Brand new wood patio.
Wonderful.
For the regional golf tournament, had a great time out there, and Jeff, I'll be honest with you, out of all the kids that participated in that regional tournament, I couldn't beat one of them.
Oh, no.
There's just no way. I've seen some shots that were just unbelievable, 2 and 3 feet within the hole on their second shots. KCU building a little momentum here, Jeff. We've hit under a minute left here in the first half.
And probably the shot of the tournament we had on that one, which he would probably definitely not be doing it during this weather.
When he got in the mud.
Yeah, when he got right into the little pond there and hit that one out and got it, I think, 6 foot away from the hole.
That was Sports Center Top 10 worthy. Upike trying to get a breakaway here. And this is a real opportunity. Good job by the goalkeeper coming out and saving that one. That just had a little too much steam on it and it's booted away. And under 20 seconds left. At this point, if you're KCU, you're okay with going to the half 1-0.
Right, they've been faced with some challenges earlier on the season and everything, being down 3 or 4 goals at this point in time.
Right.
Right now, of course, time's getting ready to expire.
There's play and there's 2 balls out on the field, and the time's going to run out anyways. At the half, Upike leads KCU 1-0. We'll be back on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others, should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back out here on Kool TV, we're at the half. Upike leading KCU 1-0 on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Jeff, it was partly cloudy skies when we started. The wind really was blowing from left to right. We haven't had a wind change yet. It's still going left to right, and you got to think, Jeff, that favors KCU going into the second half.
It does. Like we were talking about a little bit earlier, you've got, of course, that wind blowing in. Now you're going to have the Upike goalie with the wind coming straight into the eyes. Get a little bit of extra boost on the shots there by KCU.
Right.
And especially it depends on if it's blowing straight left to right, or maybe you might could bend it a little bit more if you play it into the wind.
Yeah, I'm not saying that benefited Upike in any way, but I would rather, preferably, especially, and I'm sure that KCU's coach would agree with it, I would rather play with the wind at my back than in my face.
Exactly. And then plus here too, of course, with the way the weather's been here today, the sun up and down, you can kind of see on the screen right now.
Right.
We're kind of in a shading spot with some of the clouds coming through. But just being on that right-hand goal to our side that you see there on the screen, you had multiple things going against you. You had the sun, popping up over the hillside on this way. You had the wind in your eyes. And we saw that one goal kick in which it got caught in the wind and just flattened out.
Yeah, that thing went to the 40-yard line and died. Of course, this game went 1-0 at the 35-34 mark, and since then, Jeff, we've went 35 straight minutes without anything. So we won't get to our keys yet. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the keys for the second half for both teams here on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back out here on the Kool Hit Sports Network, we're live on the campus of Kentucky Christian University on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Perfect weather for some people, not for others. Jeff, I'm one of those guys that, you wouldn't notice it though, but I like it as hot as it could be. I like it where I can wear my shorts and t-shirts. I like waking up early in the morning and not be frozen to death from letting the dog out. I know that you're looking at me. You don't like it that way. You like it cold. I can tell.
Yeah. Well, if you look at both of us here today, I did come in with a pullover on. I got to thank Dickie Tiller on giving us the cool TV pullover. I had that on. Shed that as soon as I got here.
Don't brag on Dickie Tiller. He doesn't deserve to be bragged on.
He got us that pullover and got us a polo. I gotta give him some props on that. I asked him for some swag one time and he delivered. So.
Right. Well, so we're at the half here. 1-0, Upike leading KCU. Jeff, a couple of the keys for Kentucky Christian if they're going to come back and tie this and potentially win it. I think it goes back to our pregame keys. I think that they're going to need to possess the ball a little bit more. And they're going to have to capitalize on some of the opportunities that they had. They had some good shots at the goal early in the first half and really just couldn't find the back of the net. And for Upike, they were very patient with their possessions. They never really were aggressive. They put their players in good position. And I think the key for KCU is try to get some of their better dribblers in space.
Yep.
That way they can distribute the way they want to. For Upike, and I think that they just continue to pressure. They pressured all of KCU's dribblers majority of the first half, and it really it bothered the Knights. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll play this second half here in Grayson on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Back out here on Kool TV, 45 minutes go up on the clock on the scoreboard to our left. And something that we talked a little bit about in the break, Jeff, was the aggressiveness that KCU started out with to begin the match. And after that first goal from Upike, it seemed like they kind of played back a little bit, kind of just was, just kind of a little bit content with just playing defense there for a while.
Yeah, and that was the thing. As you said, we were talking that KCU came out and they kept it on the offensive end for quite a while, and they had several really good shots. But it almost like that one goal got right in their head a little bit, and it's almost like you kind of hate to say, "Oh, here we go again."
Right, and it's a tendency for teams that KCU. I talked about Upike having several. If you take away their one goal losses, they've had several that could have went their way, and they quickly. And they're going to get them for offsides, I believe. Yep. Over there on that far sideline, offside, so possession will go back to KCU. Back to what I was saying, though, if you take away all of Upike's, close losses, they got a winning record.
Oh, yeah, because, what do we say? They were 4 and
right.
4 and 5 on the season,
right.
And 2 ties and everything. They know they've been in the hunt. And KCU's been in the hunt several different times.
Several times. But the best game that I have watched the Knights play so far this year was by far and away a game that they did win was against Alice Lloyd. They really, really looked good in that match. So I'm not saying they haven't since then, but it just seems like some days that it clicks. Some days there's a different energy about you.
Yeah, and especially in this sport, as we said, where it's kind of a chess match back and forth and everything, once something gets in your head, and, I've seen a couple plays, with KCU that all of a sudden they'd get there and they would kind of, ball gets stolen, and some of their players, they would just kind of stop and you almost see them drop their head a little bit, almost like, well, I can't believe they're doing this again. And some of those you just got to let roll right off your back. And it looks like that one sailed out.
43-10 left here in the second half.
Little tap shot there by goalkeeper of Upike.
The intensity, and we spoke early in the first half, it's back up for KCU.
Yeah, and when you mentioned right out there, one of the big keys of the game is that they're going to have to come out early and score a goal. And sometimes that's what they need to do. They need to have that thought and belief. It's like, hey, we can do this. We got this on top. Because right now Upike very content. If they can get a few shots on goal, keep the ball on the offensive end, they're in control of this game right now. KCU on there needs to kind of, get a little bit of faith in themselves and believe that they can actually take this and get it done.
Speaking of UK, they got a big football game coming up at 7 o'clock. They're down in Athens between the hedges. They're going to take on number 1 ranked Georgia in a game, Jeff, and I'll just be completely honest with you. I'm a huge Kentucky fan. A game and a situation that Kentucky has yet to show up in the Mark Stoops era. I'm not complaining. I think what they've done is great. I love Mark Stoops, but it seems like when they get to the first step of this stairwell, they can never just get up. So
yeah, it's last year they had really good opportunities. I was mentioning
they did, and you go back to early in the year. I think the game that really defined their season, Jeff, was that loss at Ole Miss. It seemed like after they lost Ole Miss and the way that happened and the fashion that it happened, they were never the same team. So hopefully that doesn't happen tonight, win or loss. Harbaugh with a kick in deep, a chance at a goal, nice header, but saved by Upike. That's been the best chance the Knights have had all day long trying to get one in the back of the net, Jeff.
Exactly. Maybe if they would have pressed it just a little bit more, they could have got a rebound shot off of that, but that was a great job by KCU getting a good shot on goal there.
Upike with the possession. And notice that Upike, Jeff, and in the first half, they were working the near sideline. They've kind of flipped and they're working that far sideline. So it's something that they like, and they've kept with. Crosser, a chance, and it goes in. No one was back there for KCU. Upike makes them pay, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, and that's just getting back in on defense there, as we can see on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Just gets the crosser there. They kind of relaxed a little bit.
They did. It's almost, I agree with you. They were very aggressive on this other end of the field the whole time. At the beginning of the second half, for the first 5 minutes, anyways, and then it's almost like it almost felt like the ball was dead.
Yeah, and I think they thought that there was nobody coming from behind.
Right.
And that's where, maybe a little bit of additional communication, might have kind of helped out with that. It's like, hey, I got someone coming from behind. You're going to get beat every now and then, but, you got to let your teammates know. It's like, hey, don't ease up at that point in time.
KCU with possession, and we get a whistle.
I think it just came out of bounds.
I believe when the Knights try to regain control there, it trickled out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for Upike. And we'll do it again. This one's headed out of bounds. 40-18 left here in the second half. It's 2-0 Upike. So both Upike goals coming very early in both halves so far.
Yeah,
if you're KCU, you're not out of this. You've had chances at the goal. And it's not like I'm not alluding to them giving up. This team hasn't given up all season long.
Oh no.
But it's you're not out of this. You get a goal within here in the next 10 minutes, and then it's anybody's match again. So
that's the thing with any team. When you start getting down, sometimes you try to pressure it a little bit too much. And like I said, they're fighters. They're out there battling. Taking every play and trying to think about, where they can do. But sometimes you can overthink things a little bit and over-try just a little bit. Let things start happening naturally. And I think that's what happened, in the first part of, before Upike got that goal and before what happened here, because they were just letting things happen naturally. They got a great shot on goal.
Right.
And then, just a little bit of a mental kind of lapse, gave Upike the other goal. And right now they're kind of pressuring things just a little bit.
Here's a kick. It's in deep. And there's a lot of contact. Upike with a serious chance here. Hits the top of the crossbar. Another chance. And there's a KCU Knight down. I believe that is Banks. Play continues. And we're going to get a whistle as Banks hits the deck.
Yeah, that was a major collision down there.
Sure was.
And they're quickly calling the trainers
while they tend to him. We'll take a break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Oliveville, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Back out here on the Kool Sports Network, they tended to Banks for, of course, Banks was the injured knight. They tended to him for several minutes, Jeff, in a very scary situation. And you knew it was going to be scary the way that the trainers and the officials were acting as soon as Banks went down. He was able to stand up under his own power, but we're so far away. I hate to allude to it, but it was not good.
Anytime you see a trainer running out with a bag, that's never a good sign. And he was down on his back for quite a while.
Yeah.
Might have had a potential cut on the side of the head.
I think that it's a cut. And with the collision, that was heavy contact right there inside that box. And just hope he's okay. And win or loss, just hope he's going to be all right. That was a very scary sequence there. Upike with possession over on that far sideline. You kind of wonder. When something like that happens, it kind of takes the wind out of your sails, as because speaking as just as a competitor back when I was playing, you hate to see one of your brothers go down.
Exactly, and sometimes as we mentioned, the mental game and everything else, knowing and worrying about that too, because we were afraid that they might have had to bring in, some, first responders, to take care of them. And sometimes that will mess with your head out there. And you're, even though you're still playing, you're playing hard, you're kind of thinking in the back of your head, is he okay? And he plays a key role in on that defense.
And a very tough kid. You talk about Banks. A couple of really nice slide tackles tonight. Did get whistled for a yellow card earlier in the match, but played very well up to that point. And you hate to see that. You really, regardless if they played for KCU or Upike, you'd never want to see anybody get injured. It's just one of those things that when you play, and that's going to be a 100% a yellow card on bowling. But you know what? Depending on where they mark this at, it may have been a smart play there by bowling, because I tell you, that looked like it was about to be 3-0.
Very close. And making the good slide tackle that's on there, but just got too much of the body into it. Real tough play, and especially after having somebody hurt already, you don't want to see another one.
Right. And the officials kind of discussing what the next sequence is going to be between both the teams. KCU is going to back up. There should be a free kick, Jeff.
Yeah, definitely on the penalty there.
Real close to being inside that red box.
It's about like I was watching, some of the most controversial calls and everything on, where did it actually happen, and it was right there on the edge. Did it, slide into the box? Did it start outside and that's where he's calling it at, or was it on the inside of the box? And that's where where he would have a penalty kick.
Here's a boot inside. It's deflected. Good job there by the Knights defense, and it's booted all the way to midfield. Ran down here. I believe that is Rush. Hughes. Knights built a little momentum there. Good play there by Upike, just getting it out of there. And now Upike with an opportunity here for maybe a crosser. They don't have the numbers, so this is either a solo act or no act. And both teams looking for contact there, and the referee said, "Hey, why'd you stop playing?"
Yeah, that's like keep
yeah.
going.
Did you hear a whistle? So both teams continue.
And you see that a lot in soccer. They think that they get fouled, or that there may be a whistle for a stoppage, and they're looking for it, almost kind of like a football player looking for a flag.
Right.
And if it's not there in this sport, the play's not over.
And you see that a lot in basketball when players anticipate fouls and they don't get a whistle. They just kind of just pause there for a minute. Unless the whistle's blown, they just got to keep going. It's just one of those things. 36-34 left here in the second half. It is 2-0. Upike leading. So KCU definitely doesn't want to go another 35 straight minutes, Jeff, without, putting anything across the board. And they definitely want to be able to walk out of here and build a little momentum and as we're moving forward.
Yeah, getting a goal for them would do wonders, guys. I mean, they played some really good soccer here in the first half. Getting some good.
They have. KCU's had good looks at the goal, just haven't been able to find the back of the net yet. Upike has really slowed this game down. They have controlled it the entire second half. That one's gone. Did you see the wind grab that thing?
Yeah, it took it right over the fence and into those cattails over there.
And speaking of that, man, they really did a good job. I'm not sure who cut the hillside over there, but it really looks a lot better than it did. You talk about some serious weed eating. They took that thing down to the dirt.
Probably got a good bush hog on that
side. They did. I'm telling you, that would have taken a long time to do. Another heavy contact play, and official says play on. Both players up and going at it again. Harbaugh working over there. Upike still with possession. They're trying to slow the pace. Maybe they're not. Good job by KCU just getting it out of there.
Being up by 2 goals, I mean, they're in the driver's seat right now.
Right.
And they're going to dictate, the pace of this game. And as we was talking about earlier, it's going to really kind of come down to who's got gas left in the tank. And with KCU, you've got, looking over there now, you got 3 players on the bench.
Right, and attrition shouldn't be a factor as much as it would be early in the season, mostly due to weather. And it's not like KCU's played back-to-back days or back-to-back games. They had a day off in between their games, so they should be pretty well rested. And but you go back to losing a player on the caliber of Banks, man, that's a huge hit on a bench, Jeff, that's already there's not a lot of depth over there on that KCU bench.
And trying to figure out who's going to come in. And
I only see 3 substitutes over there on that bench, actually.
Yeah, and figuring out who's going to come in to replace them because, Banks definitely a key player, here for the Knights, has a real good presence out on the field. And, not having him out there, he doesn't have the captain's armband, but I'm sure that everybody's looking to him on the field.
Upike with possession here.
As you mentioned, Upike still keeping it on that far sideline.
And they've worked that far sideline the whole second half, and I was just kind of acknowledging the sequence that was occurring there. They were being very patient over there in that far corner. Really just waiting for KCU to over-pursuit the play and present an opportunity. Good job there by the Knights defense, though. But we talked about it in the pregame, Jeff. If you go and you look in the stats after the game and, most of the time you're on defense, your chances are probably not very good.
Right, because, unless you're going to do what was it, Banks, I think, was he the one that made that huge shot? unless you take it from about midfield and
No, it
kick
was
it all the way down.
Harbaugh. Yeah,
Or
Harbaugh from
yeah.
midfield.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're going to be doing that on a regular basis, unless you're on the offensive end and
Right.
keeping it on that lower third of the field, you're not going to get those shots on goal that you need to win the game.
Throw in. And fighting for is Harbaugh, and we're going to get a foul. I believe they're going to give this one to Upike. Out of all the plays tonight, or today, that is whistled a foul. That's pretty remarkable. We've seen a lot more contact that's just played on.
Well, and it could be something too. Maybe the officials trying to get some control out there where it
Yeah.
has been a real physical game. Maybe it's kind of like, okay, because during that last yellow card, the official was talking to
Right.
both, the captain of UPOC and about 2 or 3 Knights. Probably telling them was like, hey, we got to settle this down, and sometimes just like any other sport, sometimes you throw the flag, you blow the whistle, and you slow things down, but yet you're proving a point. It's like, hey, we can't have what we've had earlier here, so let's get back and let's play some clean soccer.
31:45 left here. 2-0. Upike leading KCU. A really good through ball there. Looking for a crosser. It's going to hit the side of the net and go out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for KCU. So we finally get a chance here to see how far. The wind actually kind of died down a little bit as it's going from left to right. See how far this ball goes in comparison to the goal kicks on the other end. He's going to boot this one away. And I would say it carried probably a 5 to 7 more yards than what it normally would. Maybe he just kicked it better, but you got to think the wind has to play a role. Nice through ball attempt. A real chance here. The goalie for Upike coming out and making that play. Really good play there by him. It remains 2-0.
That's one of those situations, you're either going to be a hero or zero coming out that far out on the goal like that. But he did a great job getting the cover up on there to prevent the rebound or prevent any further attacking on that end.
Trying to see if I can find any final scores here. Throw in for Upike over in their far corner. We get close to the 30-minute mark. You see Upike just trying to back this one out. KCU with another chance here. And the Upike defense just gets back and has limited opportunities for the Knights to get anything going. And that's something we talked about during the game and in the pregame, trying to get some of those dribblers for KCU in space. And we're going to get heavy contact, and it'll be another foul against the Knights.
Yeah, that's where they just got to get a little bit more aggressive there and, get those plays. I mean, Upike's doing a great job of keeping in the passing lanes and getting those interceptions, as there's a chance there for Upike, crosses it over, and KCU going to be able to clear that one out.
Yeah, just no one home there. I mean, you've seen that a couple of times, especially for KCU, the crosser. It's a good idea. It looks good, but just no one there to make the play. Dangerous there for KCU just for moments.
And, of course, Upike was coming in from the opposite side, which they're usually accustomed to. It's almost like in a lot of sports or anything else, there might be,
now, I'll
more
tell you,
right
the wind
foot
got
dominating.
that one. Look at that kick.
That takes it down 2/3 of the field there.
Yeah, that was a boot. Kind of that rugby-style punt. And I believe we're going to get a foul. Should be a free kick for the Knights over on the far sideline.
This will be a good opportunity for them if they can get the offense set up on that end and just get it right over top of, or right in the mix there with the Upike players, right around midfield, or the center of the field, I should say.
Right. Here's the boot, right at the goal. Goes off to the right, and trying to save it in and unable to was a Knight, and it'll go back to Upike on a goal kick. 28-19 left here in the second half, 2-0. Upike leading KCU. And about a 2-hour drive from the mountains Up 23. They get on 64 just moments. I mean, momentarily, probably for what, 10 minutes maybe, from 23 to 64. Probably a little bit longer, maybe
Yeah,
15 minutes.
just a little bit. By the time you get
Yeah,
here, of course, you got to pass both Ashland exits,
right,
and then get down on the country music highway there.
right. So, not sure if it would be quicker for them to come up 52 in West Virginia side or just take 23 the whole way. I'm sure they just took 23 the whole way.
Of course, there's a lot of back roads between here and there that you can take.
There is, and they're quicker. And usually that's not the case, especially when some of our local teams go play Belfry or Pikeville. I'm always the guy that takes 52 south, which is, I think it cuts something like 25 or 30 minutes out of your drive. So if you take 23 and you're on a Pikeville, that's probably the best way to do it. But if you're going anywhere else in Pike County, you take 52. So 27 minutes remain, and I believe
Looks
we
like
are
it's
going to
gonna
get
be
a corner.
kick.
As the sun begins to drop below the hills here in eastern Kentucky. And that's the thing, Jeff, before too long we're going to add an hour.
Exactly, because we're looking at here that time change.
Corner, no one's there. Another shot. This one's booted straight in the air and easily saved. And see if we can get another rugby style kick. Let's see how far this goes.
Taking it around the back, around the horn on there for him.
Here's the rugby, and this one's a good kick also. Lands at the 25, and I'm just using that as a reference. KCU is running out of time here, Jeff. I think that if you're going to go and try to tie this game up, your first goal has to happen in the next 5 or 6 minutes.
Right there, we're just past the halfway mark of the second half, and they're starting to feel that pressure.
They are. And you can see it. I mean, a lot of this last 5 or 6 minutes has been on this side of the field.
And they have to go with a sense of urgency. Don't make any kind of careless plays, but really get some good plays. And there's a good
shot. The goal. It's just going to carry off to the right. Really good dribbling over there on that far left side. Just nothing there. And we're going to get a couple of Upike players substitution. We haven't got an update on Banks yet, and I'm sure we will after the game. But
yeah, fortunately,
hopefully he's okay. I believe I seen maybe some relatives or maybe his parents were right here below us, and they got up and left. Maybe I'm not sure if that was his or not, but hopefully he's okay. That looked like it could be bad.
Yeah, fortunately here the King's Daughters does have an urgent care just
They do.
just minutes away here from the field.
This one is knocked out of bounds. It should be a throw in for. I'm still looking for the official. It's going to be a throw in for Upike. 24 minutes. All that's left, barring a tie or stoppage in play. Harbaugh really getting physical over that far sideline. Ball's going to be batted out of bounds. It'll be another throw in for Upike.
And as we said, the weather definitely going to be a factor for these players
It is.
because sometimes it's harder to play
It is.
in the cold.
It is, and especially when they're not used to it. Of course, we had a girls' game. There's some KCU women's soccer game that was scheduled for, to take place right before the men's game, and it was canceled. So, thought I would pass that along. That was canceled, I believe, on Thursday afternoon. So, back and forth we go, and then Upike's okay with this. They're okay with just you. If you feel like that you need to come steal it from us, we'll just let you hold it for a little bit, but you're not going to score on us.
Yeah, right now they're just playing a nice little game of keep away.
They are.
Kick it back to the goalie, let him, take a look, read the field, boots that one away.
And last game on Thursday, we had an own goal. There was a 2-0 game or 2-0 game, and KCU was a benefactor of of course we're going to get offsides here, benefactor of an own goal. So, just things to happen. And that happened within the final 15 minutes. And then KCU had a couple more shots at the goal after that to potentially tie it, just couldn't get it done. And
Well, Upike, they still have to attack when they see
they do.
any kind of opening.
It's one of those things where, and just reference maybe another sport, you get a big 3 or 4 touchdown lead in the first half, and you come out in the second half and you feel like, let's just milk this clock, and before you know it, it's 28-21.
Right.
So, and it's tough to switch gears back into high gear after you've been in low gear for so long. And to Pikeville's credit, Upike's credit, they have really just kind of kept their foot on the throttle most of this match. And it's not like KCU's playing bad. It's, and if you're watching, the defense is swarming. Shot the goal. Oh, my goodness. Just right up. Good save by Upike's goalie, by the way. Just a little off to the right just by a little bit. What a shot, though. Standing about the 25-yard line. A direct dot. This is another shot. Another save. Another chance. And this one is going to go and find the back of the net, and that is bowling. Kind of what we talked about, Jeff. If KCU is going to make a run, their goal had to happen within the 5 or 6 minutes, and it happened within the 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, and they had a corner kick there, but quickly got it set up and tried to get it thrown off. But nice right off the rebound there, off the goalie.
Right.
He had a good save with that because KCU was trying to throw him off just a touch, but was able to, finally get one into the back of the goal. And just like that, lead's cut in half. Right. It's now 1 goal difference.
And now KCU has all the momentum. Bowling finds the back of the net. And all of a sudden, KCU back in this game. And a through ball attempt. A really good look here. Shot at the goal, and it finds the back of the net. So Upike has extended its lead back out to 2 at 3-1. So the momentum was short-lived.
Nice little move there. Of course,
it was.
Once again, the KCU goalie came out trying to defend farther out, from the goal, the inner goalkeeper's box.
Yeah.
And it was just a good shot there by Upike,
really
to put it in on the far side.
So just as KCU gets on the board for the first time this evening, making it 2-1, Upike goes right down the field, and I believe takes only 23 seconds off the clock for them to go all the way down the field, and they put their lead right back to 2 goals. We sit at 3-1. Upike with the lead over KCU with 21:30 left here. On I don't know what they personally prefer as weather, but for me, it's a little chilly out there. I'm sure they're okay with it. They've been playing in blistering heat the whole summer. Hardball in deep, and this one's going to be saved. I'm not sure that one will win in anyways, but
it's a nice swat away there by the goalkeeper, but that's going to give KCU an opportunity here on the goal kick, or corner kick, excuse me.
And KCU kind of calls a couple audibles anytime it's a corner. Sometimes they kick the crosser. Sometimes he just, will pass it out, and you just never really know. As you see Harbaugh standing over there, so it makes you kind of think maybe he's just going to pass this one. No, he's going to go for the crosser. Crosser at the goal. And this one's going to go out of bounds as I believe Hughes headed that one out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for Upike.
Yeah, and as you said, they earlier on, when they had the corner kick, they just did the quick little tap pass. And was able to get a goal off of that because a lot of people, when they set up for that corner kick, that's all that they're looking for is just, trying to get that huge crosser with a header in.
And I think that benefits KCU to have multiple attacks out of the corner. Ooh, he gets a little physical there, right here in front of us. Official did a good job of stepping in between the 2 players.
Yeah, that's something you hate to see, closer toward the end of the game or, latter part of the game, getting a little bit chippy out there.
Well, maybe that's what KCU needs.
Sometimes it will get you fired up.
It does. I look at the bright side of it. Maybe a little chippiness isn't such a bad thing for the Knights.
Because you can definitely tell it looked like Upike was more the aggressor on that case.
It was, and you see it in baseball all the time. A manager gets thrown out and it fires the team up, or in basketball there's a hard foul, and both benches stand up, and there's usually a little huddle. Nobody actually really gets whooped or anything, but sometimes it's little things like that that flip a switch that change the whole game, and um, KCU's sure hoping it flips a switch in their favor here as Upike has the possession. We're under 20 minutes, 18:56 left. It's going to be kicked down the corner. Crawford trying to run it down. And this is going to go out of bounds, and it should be a goal kick for the Knights.
Yeah, just wasn't able to get down there fast enough to keep it from going out of bounds. He made a good attempt at it, but just crossed over that red line before he was able to get to it.
And the physicality has picked up out on the field, Jeff, just recently over the past 2 or 3 minutes.
There we go.
And now we're going to get a foul.
I think close to, I think it's the number 10s for both Upike and KCU. I think they're having some words out there a little bit.
Something about that number today.
Yeah.
Upike with the possession over on that far sideline. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Of course, our cameraman Travis up above us on top of the press box doing a fantastic job today. We talked to him a little bit before the match began, and he said, I really enjoy this weather. I did bring some gloves, and he came down here at halftime. His attitude changed a little bit. He said, it's kind of cold up there.
So with that wind and everything.
KCU with a real opportunity here, and good job of that Upike defense.
Yeah, Upike's just been finding a way to get right in the passing lanes, and that time right in the shot path, or the path of the shot there.
Right. And it'll be a corner for, and they're just going to play it from the corner, and this is going to bounce off a bear and out of bounds, and looks like Harbaugh's going to throw this one in. Gets it in. Harbaugh with possession. It's a little fancy footwork. Shot the goal, deflected, and it's just going to be knocked out of there. Harbaugh with another chance to throw this in. 16:50. That's all that's left. And heavy contact. Shot at the goal, deflected. Crawford has it. Now Brown over on that far corner. Heavy contact again. It's getting chippy out there, Jeff.
It is. And like I said, sometimes it can fire a team up, and then sometimes it gets you flustered too.
Right. It just depends on how your team reacts to it. And with the score being 3-1, you're getting ready to go under 15 minutes, and you're seeing the urgency out of KCU. They're kind of playing a lot looser. They're playing, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down with, fighting. So we might as well make the game a little bit more physical. And truthfully, I like the tactic, Jeff. Sometimes playing a little bit more physical will present more opportunities.
I was always thinking when they scored that goal, I was thinking it was almost like when Rocky Balboa cut the Russian.
Yeah.
Ivan Drago, and as soon as all right, we got things going. We can do this. They are human. They make mistakes. We can take with this. They after they scored that one goal, they started playing just a little bit. As we said, more physical.
Hughes with the throw in. Shot the goal, deflected. Another shot by Harbaugh. This one's going to go through the uprights, and it's good, but not in the back of the net. KCU would like to have a 3-point play. Give them the lead here at 4-3. 15 minutes. That's all that's left.
And that's where you can see the goalkeeper there for Upike just taking his time going out and getting the ball. They've got ball shaggers and everything, but take your time, just run back there.
Right. And, that's precious seconds running off the clock that, Upike is completely content with just standing in the middle of the field the rest of these 15 minutes. They don't, they would be, as you said back in the first half, they're okay with just playing keep away.
Yeah, it's like anything that you can do to run down the clock or anything, because, Yeah, I don't believe there's like, a play clock like in other sports and everything, like to where
Right,
you
there's
have to
not.
get it in
Nope.
within like 25 seconds or, I mean, I'm sure an official can, call the whistle and, say it's the other team's ball, if it gets to be
Now, at some
excessive.
levels of soccer, they'll put some extra time up on the clock, but um, we've done every single KCU home game so far this year, and I've yet to see them put any extra time up on the clock.
Yeah, usually it has to get to be really, really long out there. It's like they're taking like 2 minutes to try to, fetch a ball and get it back out on the field.
It's going to be batted out of bounds. It'll still be Knight's possession. We're under 14 minutes now. Crawford over on that far sideline, looking to throw it in, tries to get it to Harbaugh. Harbaugh back to Crawford. Crawford splits a couple of defenders and has it stolen away. Upike seems, Jeff, they're not going to play keep away. They're still in the attack. Looking for more with a 2-goal lead. Nice little shot. They're going to get him for offsides, though.
Yeah, I think he was, that they were still in the attack, but they had that far sideline wide open. They did kind of pull it back just a little bit to kind of survey the field and see if they can try to get a different shot because if you tend to go the same way every single time, eventually your defense is going to start picking up on that and guarding that a little bit more. So opportunity there for KCU to try to get the ball down the field and try to cut off that in line. But Upike just got caught up in on the offsides on with that one.
Right, another offsides call against them, and you know what, Jeff, they're probably okay with it because by the time they tee the ball back up and things happen, you waste another 15 or 20 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that's the whole name of the game is just eating up whatever clock you have.
Brown over there has it stolen away. Harbaugh steals it back. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Knights. I believe that's Hughes looking to throw this one in, trying to cut the lead in half right now. It stands at 2, trying to make that 1. I think if you can get it to 1 with about, have at least 5 minutes on the clock, you give yourself a chance, Jeff.
Right. With the way they've been playing, they've been getting some shots on goal and
shots a goal. What a save! What a heck of a shot.
Take a look at that again on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay.
That was a great save. A great shot, a better save.
Nice little touch pass and got it right there and just punched that one away.
Now that was going to find the back of the net.
Oh, it was. He was just lucky to get that paw onto it and get that one punched up.
So Rodriguez, and I believe that they're going to give just a true corner here from Harbaugh. This one's going to carry a little too far. And then Brown, and they're going to get a foul against KCU.
And we got a Upike player down right now, and they're going to call time here.
It's 11:01 left here in the second half. Upike leading 3-1.
And it seems like those crossers have been dangerous for both teams. That's how Banks got injured up, and here we have a Upike player coming. He's on his feet, moving around a little bit, but was holding the back of his head there. So I mean, when they all go up, I mean, bodies.
You never know. You never know what. And another thing is you never know what's underneath you when you go up.
Right.
You might come down on somebody's foot and roll your ankle or anything. It's dangerous. So 11:01 as we are back underway. Upike going to try to really work this clock on this possession. You can tell. Almost a keep away. Hughes in the middle of the field. Was it knocked away? Good steal there by Crawford. Stolen back. And you can tell Upike's really trying to space out their players. They're really, They're not condensing. They're okay with these longer passes because they know it'll take a lot longer for the defense to merge onto them. Heavy contact again, no call. An attempt here. Ooh, I tell you, that would have been, it was almost 4-1 right there, Jeff, as we just go under 10 minutes left.
Yeah, goalkeeper able just to kick that one away and everything for KCU, but getting out there in no man's land once again.
It is. Something we've talked about a little bit is, and we haven't seen it yet today, but I would say 75 to 80% of your goals scored at the NAIA level are probably caused by goalies that are out of position. So
Yeah, just getting to be a little bit too aggressive coming out and trying to play the defense.
This one's knocked out of there. Controlled by Upike. And heavy contact over in that corner.
Being double teamed.
And two players hit the deck, and it's going to go back to Upike.
I think both of them was kind of holding up their arms looking for it.
I think that just was, just one of those plays where two players get tangled up.
Well, and that's the 10s again. Both 10s for KCU and Upike. They were both on the ground, and they're both kind of like, hey, call something on the other guy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, did you expect anything different?
Oh, no.
And we got to tie a couple of shoes. We got to tee this ball up. Upike is really just okay with what is happening. Quarter kick. Now come up just short. Kind of a kick attempt, and I think it split the uprights as the fans below us let us know it did. And unfortunately, that is not going to count. So with 8 minutes exactly left, a goal kick for KCU. It's go time right now, Jeff. It's either do or die right now.
Right. They need to get a goal right here, right now to give themselves enough time. And if they can keep the momentum and keep mentally sharp on there, because I know last time that they scored a goal, they kind of, I guess wasn't expect the attack that quick.
Right. And give Upike the credit. I mean, they've played really well defensively today, and they've, like I said, they've put their dribblers and their scorers in positions to do so, and especially in space.
That's been the biggest thing, because really I don't think Upike's had that many goals, right in traffic.
Right.
It's been their strikers just getting out there and getting a well placed shot in on the KCU goalie.
Rush trying to run it down over that far sideline, and it's knocked out of bounds, and I believe Hughes is ready to throw this one in. Gets it into Harbaugh. Harbaugh has it stolen away. Upike just trying to milk these remaining 6 minutes and change off the clock and walk out of Grayson with a win. And I think when KCU made it 2-1, and as quickly as Upike went right back down the field and made it 3-1, that was tough to. That's going to be tough to come back from, because it's almost like I can score when I want.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then shortly after that, losing Banks.
Banks going down was huge. Huge. We sure hope he's okay. We don't have a status on him. That was a very scary collision there. Just about 10 feet out from the goal between multiple players. Nothing malicious. It was just, sometimes in sports that stuff like that happens. A real opportunity here for KCU. Harbaugh has shot the goal there. Another shot's deflected, and
that was a good job there by the Upike defense there. We'll take a look at that again as they're
it's kind of shielded.
While they're quickly going back in. We'll catch that replay later on.
Ooh, a dangerous pass in to kind of split a couple of Bears, and there was just nobody home there for KCU. So the clock's continuing to run at 5:30.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that one shot. It was a great job by the defense there, as KCU strong hit, and the captain there looks like number 4 for Upike, just almost took it off a shoulder or something and popped that up.
Clock is rolling. See where this one's going. Just going to kick this one deep. Bowling keeps it on this side of the field. Good job there by Upike. They've just made the plays that you've need to make so far today.
And they're doing a pretty good job right now, just keeping, 2, maybe 3 players downfield and keeping everybody else back in on the defensive end.
Harbaugh trying to run this one down. Upike still with possession. I believe that's Brown. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Let's see where this one's going.
Corner kick.
Yes. Well, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, he just did a quick little touch pass there. That's how they scored the last time.
Nobody home. Bowling, header. He already has one today. Nobody's home. Upike's going to run it down here in the near corner and try to get it out of there. So we near the 4-minute mark. Bowling in deep. You can feel the urgency for KCU. And let's see, we're going to get a whistle and
looks like we're going to get a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul as we've hit the 4-minute mark.
And you can tell right there, just not wanting, hurry up and get the ball pushed back on the free kick there. They're just kind of quickly tapping it and, trying to make some kind of motion.
This one's booted away. Upike still with possession. Critical seconds running off the clock. Now, Harbaugh has it. You got to score here if you're the Knights. Harbaugh, crosser, just a little too far. It's going to go out, and it'll be a throw-in for Upike. And he's going to hold on to this as long as he can. I don't blame him. Possession.
You can take a look right now. Upike not really pushing.
No, it's almost like when you've in any level of sports, you've scored a touchdown with a minute left to take the lead. So now you got to try to play defense, and you're not really trying to attack. So you're letting them in front of you, but you're not letting them behind you.
Right.
You're not attacking what's in front. You're just preventing what could be behind.
Handball.
Inadvertent handball. That one's going to go against Upike, I believe. That's number 35, Castillo. And this one's going to go back to Upike as we've hit the 2:30 mark.
Yeah, he was the Upike player that went down just a little bit earlier, but has recovered very nicely.
Bowling in the middle of the field to LaRue. And you're wondering how much is left of the tank here for KCU as we go under 2 minutes here. And it almost seems like, the KCU has run out of time, Jeff.
Yeah, running out of time, running out a little bit of steam. I mean, they've made a real good rush here in the lighter part of this second half, but just kind of happening just a little bit too little.
And
too late on there.
you've seen a really good push there for about 4 or 5 minutes. Give Upike credit though; they really played well defensively, and any type of surge that KCU tried, and they had a couple of them, was really handled well by that Pike defense. So. Trying to run it down and just losing their footing over there on that far sideline. So it should go back to KCU.
Right now, just about 1:10 left to play. Pikeville now with control, just getting it pulled back so they can survey the field.
Right. And they're okay with just doing this right here. They may actually kick this back to the goalie. Nope. Yeah, and under a minute here, and you see a lot of players just kind of going through the motion at this point. Good job there by the KCU goalie, though. "39 seconds is all that's left. Upike's going to get out with a victory here, Jeff, and Grayson. A game that they controlled the possession majority of the time. And they're going to get a foul or offsides. I don't know what they're going to call it. Maybe a foul. Yeah,
Looks
foul.
like a free kick there, and he's just going to take his time with about 15 seconds left to go. Just a little touch
And
pass.
it doesn't look like the KCU is really trying to pressure him. And it's 8, 7, 6, and the clock will run out, and we will have a final here from the campus of Kentucky Christian University. Upike has defeated KCU 3-1. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Once again, for the final time, KCU falls to Upike 3-1. I want to thank Jeff Irwin and Travis, who worked the camera up above us. And Jeff, one of the best producers in all of the land. And, of course, we want to thank Kentucky Christian University for allowing us to come out here and cover these great athletes. And we want to thank you for joining us this Saturday afternoon. We hope you enjoy your Saturday night. And till next time, good night, everybody.
And God bless.
Thank you for watching another KCU Knights soccer broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky Christian University Soccer has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.